Hi everyone, can you hear me? Am I audible? Just give me a second, I will cross check whether my voice is audible to you. Okay, yes. So I will wait for few minutes until we get some viewers here onto our stream. Okay, okay, I'm trying out. Use the sketching wall inside SolidWorks. Now, so just let me check like how many viewers are live right now. And again, I am repeating, this is SolidWorks live. You can learn SolidWorks live with me, and this is the complete playlist. Like whatever the sessions I did in the past, you can just go into the playlist of my YouTube and you can find those contents. As you can see, you just had to go onto the YouTube, search for my channel 3 Diast, and there I am doing. You can find my content. You can find my content related to SolidWorks, and there is a complete playlist. So if you go onto my channel, you will be able to see. If you go on to the playlist, you can see that I am doing lots of videos on SolidWorks. So you just had to go to the SolidWorks and click on this view full playlist, and there you will find all the live streamings that I am doing over here. So this is the session that is live right now, and these are the three sessions that we had already concluded. So if you want to explore these sessions, just go and check it out. If you are a beginner in SolidWorks and want to explore how to use this tool, then just go and check out this. It's very simple. Now, since we are live right now, as I can see, and there are very few viewers are active at this moment since it's already very late here in India. So no problem, guys. You can watch this recording later also. You don't have to join this session live right now. You can watch this recording later also. So, and from the next session, I will try to uh, plan these things little bit earlier so all of you can hear me, all of you can join these sessions whenever I am doing such sessions next time. Now, let's move on to the SolidWorks. And before moving on to the SolidWorks, if you have any questions related to SolidWorks tool, how to use the tool, how you can solve multiple problems inside this tool, just get in touch with me. You can find the channel link, as I already shown you that where you can join me, and also you can check out my free recorded courses and contents on my academy website that is flashing on the screen right now. You can see that. So just go and check it out. From there you can join my free courses available on the internet, available on my website, academy website. Now now let's just give me few seconds, so I will just check like how many viewers are active right now. Okay, so I think that we are just good to go now. Yep. So guys, this is, just a second. Okay, so I had called this complete session to explain you further in the SolidWorks sketching work environment, like what are all the tools and how you can explore the tools. So in the last session, if I remember, I had shown you how you can start a new sketch, right? So again, we'll just go on to that step. So we'll go on to the file menu option over here. Since you can see, I just launched SolidWorks tool and I had the maker version. So don't worry, if you have the regular version also, it will look something similar to this only. You don't have to worry about this. And since I had the maker version, since because it is very affordable, like I had buy this complete license for around $50 for 1 year. And it has lots of limitations definitely, because it's for the personal use only. And if I'll go on to this file menu option over here, I can just launch the new drawing. So I can just click on this new, and then we'll get these three options. So definitely I'm going to start with the part option over here right now. So I will simply press OK, and it will take few seconds to set up a new part file for me. And here is my workspace that you can see right now. So this is the workspace you will be seeing whenever you will be launching SolidWorks for the first time. For if you launch the any part file for the first time, this is the screen you will be seeing right now. To start a new sketch, because whenever we are doing parametric modeling, all the models, all the designs that you are creating, everything starts with the sketch only. So the base of everything is the sketch, 2D sketch. From that, using that sketch, you can control the structure of your design, the structure of your shapes that you are creating. So now what we'll do, we'll simply go on to this sketch menu option over here, and here you can see all the tools just got changed related to sketching only. So I just had to click on this sketch option that says create a new sketch over here, and then the moment I will activate this tool, the next step is to define the plane, right? So here right now, here you can see there are three planes: front planes, top planes, and right planes. So what I will do here, I will select front plane as my sketch plane. So I will click on this plane, and here you can see my plane is now active, and now I can start creating sketches onto this plane, right? And you can see my sketch is active at this moment right now. And whenever on the right side, on the right corner of your screen, if you are seeing this option that says, you can see this option that is like exit from the sketch. So if you're seeing these options, this means that you are inside a sketch. And whenever you are inside a sketch, you will be able to explore all these sketching tools. So once you are out of the sketch work environment, you will not be able to explore these tools. For example, if I'll just click on this exit sketch tool over here, and here you can see now I am out of the sketch, but still I can access this tool, but I cannot use it. So this is how it works. So I will activate the sketch tool. I will select this front plane. Now, now In the last video already I had explained like how to use the basic tools like line tool and create a shape that you want, right? It's very simple. Activate the tool, and here you can see my line tool is active, and now I can start creating the lines. And as you can see, whenever you are moving your cursor, you can see it is giving you some distance, approximate distance, right? So if this is the origin or my start point, you can see whenever I am moving my cursor, it is giving me the distance of it and also the angle of this line with respect to horizontal, right? So right now you can see it's 180 degree at, so 180 degree, this means that horizontal line, and the distance is almost 55. But what is the unit? That's the main thing. What is 55? Is it 55 meter or is it 55 millimeter? So we also had to confirm that. And to confirm that, just look at the area over here onto the bottom area over here onto your screen that says mmgs. You can see it, right? Mmgs, this means currently the system of unit that is active into our work environment is millimeter gram second, right? So if we'll expand this one, you can see the millimeter gram second is, this is the system of unit that is active with me, my part file at this moment. So whatever the numbers that you will be able to see, let me start this line tool, and you can see these numbers are all in millimeter, like 71 millimeter, or if I'll decrease it, it's like 29 millimeter. If I'll go at a particular angle, it is like 27.86 millimeter. So all these numbers are in millimeter. So if I want to create something out of this line, let's say a triangle, so I can just click, click, and click. So all the time you have to make a single left click, single left click, and single left click. And then what I did, the last point I just connected onto the start point of my line. So this is how we got a closed shape. So whenever you are creating a closed shape inside SolidWorks, you will be getting this grayed area. This means that if whenever you are seeing this gray area, this means this shape is closed. For example, if again, if I create a line tool and will try to create a line like this, but I'm not exactly connecting onto the point. So here you can see, notice the difference. This area is not closed, right? It is open. That's why it is not dark gray over here. But if I will drag this point, you can see I had clicked on the point, and if I'll drag this point and place it onto this point, and the moment it is coincident, the moment I had placed that point onto the other point, now this area is completely closed, and you can see this grayed out area. So this way you can also estimate that whether your shape is closed or not, because if you want to convert any 2D sketch or any surface or any area to 3D, that area has to be closed from all the sides, right? So, and as we know, to create a closed area, we need at least three lines. So the triangle is the minimum. We can say the minimum number of entities required to create a closed area, right? And then the rectangle, and that then again that number goes on increasing, increasing, and increasing. So it's on to you. So this is how we basically do. As you can see, this is my rectangle and this is my triangle. So it's simple, very simple tool, this line tool. And also on the side of this line, you can see a small drop down icon over here. So if you click on this option, you can see we got three different kind of lines, right? The first one was the simple line tool that we had used and created this shape. Then the other line type that you can see over here is the center line. So the center line is basically, you can see whenever I'm creating a line using the center line tool, you can see the line is not solid. It's like a kind of center line or construction line. So you can say that this line is like a reference line only. It will not act as a form line. And I will show you the difference now. Here you can see what I did. I had created a line from this edge to this edge. So this way I had divided this complete area into two different areas. But again, you can see this is a single area. This is not divided. Why? Because this line is not a solid line. It is just a reference line. Center line are just reference lines. So if I will use the solid line this time, and now if we try to divide this area, you can see I had divided this area into two different areas, right? One is this triangle area and the other is this rectangular area, right? But here what happened, we had drawn this center line over here, but this area is not divided because this line can only be used as a reference. It cannot be used as a firm line to separate a area into multiple spaces. Okay, so this is why they had given this line, because whenever we are creating something we need lots of reference line, reference things, so we can segregate our areas or we can estimate the distance or whatever we want to do. Now the third type of line type here you can see is the midpoint line, right? So if I'll activate this midpoint line, and here you can see I can create a line like this. But the difference between the midpoint line and the normal line is, you can see, whenever I'm activating this line and if I try to create this line, you can see my distance is starting from the midpoint. So whenever I am expanding my cursor, moving my cursor from the origin point, on the other side also area of the same length is getting created, right? So whatever the length you will take as a midpoint line, the net length of your line will be double of that. So midpoint line is something different. This can be used in multiple scenarios, but uh, these line types are rarely used because I'm using SolidWorks from about 5 6 years, and during this interval of time I had never used this midpoint line. So but still we had this option that we had to know, like midpoint line option is here, and that can be accessed through this drop down icon available onto the side of this line tool, right? And then after that, again similarly we got simple circle tool. And again if we'll expand this, we got two different kind of circle. Like the circle we can create in two different ways. The one is the center point circle and the other one is the perimeter circle. So these things, these are just simple, very simple things that you can explore at your end, right? After that we got this rectangle tool. So we got multiple different kind of rectangles. So the first one is corner rectangle, center rectangle, 3 point corner rectangle. So if you want to explore this SolidWorks sketching work environment, just come onto this workspace, start creating a sketch and start using all the tools one by one. You can notice the difference, like how you can use these tools and start creating different shapes, and by using the combination of those shapes, by using intersection, union, and subtraction commands between the shapes, by trimming the shapes, by extending the shapes, you can get a shape of your desire, your need, right? So this is how you can do. Then we got this arc tool. So again we have multiple kind of arc. We got spline tool. So spline tool is little bit important because these are a kind of a free form line. So I will show you. If I'll activate this spline tool, you can see I just need to keep specifying the first point and automatically it is creating a curve kind of shape like this. Here you can see. So we got a closed shape that is being created using the splines. So there is no way available inside manual hand drawings that you can create this shape. So it's only possible in the digital CAD tools like SolidWorks. By using these spline tools, you can create these shapes very easily. So these kind of shapes are also available. And the next tool that you can see is the ellipse tool. It's simple ellipse. Then we got the slot tool, like we can create slot kind of shape. Here you can see if I am creating a slot shape, so this is a slot shape basically. So this kind of shapes, they had a very separate tool over here to create a sketch shape like this, because these kind of shapes are very useful, very frequently used inside engineering drawings, engineering parts. Uh, so that is why they had given this option over here. Then with the next option we got is definitely the polygon. So to use this tool, since that as it says it's polygon, so the sides are not defined. So if you want to use this tool, you have to define the number of sides. So the moment you will activate the tool, on the left side of your screen you can see this panel, right? And in the panel, the first thing, it is asking you to specify the number of sides for your polygon. So if I specify 8, this means I am trying to create an octagon. And once I had specified the number of sides, I also had to define whether inscribe or circumscribe what kind of polygon you want to create. So by default it's inscribe, but if you want circumscribe you can change that. And if you want to know like what is the difference between this basic term inscribe and circumscribe, just google it guys. You will be able to find that difference, like what is the basic difference. It's very simple. uh, just google it. I'm giving you this as a task, so it's a simple thing. Just google it and comment below in the video, comment below in the live stream, like what is the difference between inscribed circle and circumscribed circle. So here I'm just keeping this option inscribe, and then I will click on this tick that says green. So I'm happy with all these inputs that I'm providing over here. And now my cursor is ready to start creating polygon. So now if I define the origin, you can see I'm creating an octagon. So I just need to specify the distance, and here you can see this is the octagon I had created using the inscribe option, inscribe circle option, and here you can see. So right now it's not completely defined because all these sketches that you can see onto your screen right now is blue, right? All of them are just blue, and they are all blue because they are not defined at this moment. So when I say defined, this means I had to provide dimensions, I had to provide its orientation on this screen, like how much it is distant from the origin. So until and unless I will not define those things, all the sketches are undefined. And the same thing can also be confirmed onto the area over here. So whenever a sketch work environment is active, on the downside over here you can see it says underdefined, right? So this means my sketch is not defined at this moment. So if I want to define it, I had to provide all the necessary dimensions and values, right? So this is the kind of polygon I had created. So you can try out with different number of sides. If you want to try create a triangle, just specify 3 over here, and then press OK. And now if you try to create, you will be able to create a triangle shape like this. You can see that. Now I hope you had googled it, like what is the difference between circumscribed and inscribed. If you're not, let me show you. So again, I will launch this polygon tool, and this time I will just change this option circumscribe, and let's create another triangle like this. So here you can see a difference between inscribed and circumscribed triangles. So both are polygons, but here I had keep the setting as inscribed, and here it is circumscribed. So this means that inscribed means, so whatever the closed shape you are creating, a circle will be creating inside that will be touching on all the sides. So this circle is tangent on all the sides of your polygon. So if the shape is like this is inscribed. This means the circle is inside. And if it is circumscribed, this means that uh, your edges will be on the perimeter of the circle. Here you can see that it is on the perimeter of the circle. So you can see that so this way you can basically control the shape and size of your polygons using these two options, inscribe and circumscribe. Now the next option that we can see is the fillet tool. It's very simple, like 3D fillet. If you had, I don't know whether you had used this fillet option or not. So let's say we had let's say we had this corner over here, right? And if you want to smooth it, right, if you want to smooth it out, just activate this option that says sketch fillet, and just select both the edges, and then specify the radius of your fillet, let's say 5. And if I press OK, you can see that corner just got a smoothed out, right? So this is how you can create fillets. And just a small ad, guys. So we'll be back. So now we are back with a small ad. I don't know what kind of ad you had seen at this moment, because these ads are basically customized for everyone. Like it's based on your feed, that the things that you are searching on your Google and the stuff like that. I don't know how Google is making, basically I don't want to get into that. So now we are back with that, back from that, right? So here you can see we have talked about how we can use the fillet tool, and by using that fillet tool we can smooth out any of the corners, right? We can smooth out any of the corners. Now if you go here and check out the other option that says sketch chamfer. So again, next task for you is just comment below in the video what is the difference between fillet and chamfer. So if you're from engineering background, if you had studied diploma in engineering drawing or whatever you had did, if you had the background of engineering mechanical drawings, then you can easily answer this question, what is the difference between fillet and chamfer. But if you are not, if you are completely coming from a something some different background, and if you want to learn this tool, then just google the difference between fillet and chamfer and you will get your answer. And once you got the idea, just comment below and let me know what you had learned, what is the difference between fillet and chamfer. So I'm just skipping how to create chamfer at this moment, but once you will have an idea, you can just check it out, check out the tool, it's very simple. Just check out the tool. Now after that, the next tool that we got is the text tool. So the text is like, let's say if you want to add some text onto this area over here, onto this sketch, just activate this sketch tool, text tool, and then you need to define the curve. First input the text. So inside the text box I will write my text. Let's say I want to write 3 dash. Okay, and then I will select the curve along which you want to place your text. So here, let's say here, and then we can control the other things, like if you want to change the font size and all those stuff, just untick this option and then click on this font option over here, and then you can control the size of your font. Right now it's 13, as you can see. So I will check out this point option over here, and let's make it 24, little bit much bigger. And then I just want to make it bold, or maybe if you want to change the font, we can play with the font as well. Here you can see. Here you can see. This way I can change the fonts also, like font size and the stuff like that. So I can customize this text, and once I'm happy with it, I will just press finish, and here is my text. Now once I am inside the sketch, here you can see this is the text I had created. And again, all the time if you want to edit this text, just double click on it, and let's say if you want to add something to this text, you can add that. Also you can place it, because this is the profile, this is straight line that you can see. I had selected that line as a reference curve. So if I want to place this text on the midpoint of this line, you have to specify this mid option over here. Or if you want to align it onto the right side or onto the left side, by using these settings you can control its orientation, right? So I'm happy with this. I will just press finish, and here you can see I created some sketch, a text sketch onto this front plane onto which we are working right now. Here you can see these are all the sketches I had created onto to this front plane only, sketch plane only, right? So after that, the last tool that you can see over here is this point tool. It's very simple. So if you activate this tool, I can create points into my space. Here you can see. So these points are almost 0 in size. So if you zoom in, you will be able to see these points are getting smaller and smaller. Here you can see. So these are just reference points. Like by using these points, let's say if you want to create a circle onto this point only. So I had created this point, I can define the position of this point, and then I can create a circle onto this point only, like this. So these points can be used as a reference whenever we are working inside sketch or in work environment in SolidWorks basically, right? It's very simple. I will delete that circle at this moment. Okay, now, so after that we got few more tools. Like these were all the tools that were related to creating something, right? We by using these tools we had created something. We had created line, rectangles, circles, and the different kind of shapes, text, points, splines, and the stuff like that. Now if you want to modify these things, then the other set of tool that you can see over here, right? So this I can say kind of sketch modification panel, right? So if you have any question related to this sketch modification panel, just comment below, just let me know, just ask your questions. Otherwise then only I can answer, right? So, and if you are watching this live stream at any point of time, even after it is finished, and if you are watching it recorded, don't forget to press the like button, because that is the only way you can support me. I'm not asking you for any money at this moment or anything or any commitment. I'm just asking for you simple like, just like this video, so it reaches to the right audience, to the audience who are paying uh, thousands of dollars just to learn this simple tool SolidWorks that I am teaching on my channel for completely free of cost at this moment. So just let me know. Just give me a second, guys. Uh, Also from my community, if any one of you have any questions, all the time I am here to help you guys. Okay, so before that, I will just post this into my feed so more people will able to join. Just a second. So what I did, I had posted this announcement that we are doing this live stream right now into our channel, into our WhatsApp group, WhatsApp community. So I don't know how many of you are already joined our WhatsApp group or community, right? I don't know. So this is how we created. Now we'll move on to this next panel, that is this modification panel tool that you can see over here. So all these tools are related to modifying your sketches, right? So by using these tools, you can modify your sketches. So the first tool into this list is, as you can see, this trim entities, right? So if you expand this option, here are two different options that you can see. The first one is this trim entities. Second one is this extend entities, right? So if I want to trim entities, this means if I will activate this tool, here you can see, now my power trim is active at this moment. So whenever you will activate this trim entities tool, there are multiple kind of trims, and all these options are just to make your work easier, right? But here I'm simply using this power trim tool, and let's say I want to trim these two lines, right? So I will simply drag my cursor by pressing on my left key on my mouse, and you can see whenever I am coming and hovering over to the line, it is getting trimmed, it is getting erased, right? So basically trim tool is all about cutting something, right? Trimming something, erasing something. Here you can see, here you can see, like this way I can trim out the areas that we don't need, like this. Here you can see. So let's say I want this shape like this, or let's say I want this shape like this. So by using this trim tool, until and unless this tool is active, if you simply drag your cursor, there is nothing is going to happen. But once you will keep pressing your left click and then try to drag, it will start trimming, right? Here you can see. And the moment you are done with the lines, just leave your cursor, right? So that way you can trim your object. And the next tool that is just opposite of this trim tool is extend entities, right? So now if you activate this tool called extend entities, here you can see. So I can extend any entity up to the next object. For example, let's say I want to extend this line. So if I hover over to this line, it is giving me a preview that this line can be extended up to the next object, right? So if I will click on it, here you can see that line just got extended up to the next object. But if I am moving my cursor onto this line, it is not giving me any preview, because to extend anything, you need something in front of it, right? So whenever I am hovering my cursor onto this line, it is not getting extended because in the path of this line, there is nothing in front of it, right? So that's why it is not getting extended. And now if I will create a imaginary line over here like this, and again if we'll try the same tool extend, and now if I'll move my cursor, you can see it is getting extended up to the next point, right? So that way you can use this extend tool. And to use this extend tool, you will need something in front of your object up to which if you want to extend your entities, right? So this way you can use both of these tools. Now the next tool into this list is this convert entities. So this convert entities is, I think this is one of the most important tool inside the sketch panel, right? and and to use this tool, first you had to draw some 3D, or you had to draw some objects on different planes. Then you can explore these tools, like how actually this convert entities tool works, because this is all about uh, uh, projecting your sketches, projecting your profiles, projecting your entities to different planes. So this can only be taught when you had did something into 3D. So we are just skipping this tool at this moment. So whenever we'll be learning 3D, whenever we'll start developing 3D, we'll explore these options, like how we can use this converted details tool and the other tools. Right. So the next into our list is this offset entities tool. So as the name itself explain, we can create offset profiles or sketches, right? So if we'll activate this tool, and let's say if we want to offset this profile, so I will click on the profile, and here you can see it is getting offsetted into this direction. So if I will click on this reverse, here you can see it is getting offsetted into this direction. And automatically I had clicked on this profile only, but it is offsetting the complete loop, is because this select chain option is active over here. So if I will deselect it, here you can see now only that line that I had selected is getting offsetted, right? So here you can see select, if I will activate this option select chain, it is again offsetting the complete loop. So this is how you can use this offset entities tool, and this distance you can definitely control. Like if you want to keep a small distance, you can do that, and all the time if you just want to edit this distance, just double click on the dimensions, and you can edit it like this. Here you can see I changed this to 20. So all the time you are free to edit these options, because I told you parametric designs and drawings are all driven by dimensions, and all the dimensions we can change all the time, right? We have full control onto the dimensions. We can change our dimensions as per our requirement. If you have any questions up to this point, just comment below in the video. And also I had given you two tasks. One task was like finding the difference between inscribe and circumscribe, and the next task was finding a difference between fillet and chamfer. Now, here I want to ask you one more question. Like when I had selected this line and activated this offset tool, why it is offsetting only these 3 4 profiles? Why not this one, this center line? So answer this question, why it is not offsetting this center line, in the comment below, because I had already explained this what is center line just few minutes earlier when I started this live stream. So just go and check it out. What is center line? And if you have an idea, then you can just answer this question into the comment below, right? So these were the tools. And then the next tool is this mirror entities, like we can mirror objects. For example, let's say we had this closed spline shape. I don't know what it is, but it looks like a kind of guitar player kind of tool, right? I don't know, means I had seen something like similar to like guitar playing tool, like that. So anyway, so if I want to mirror this complete shape on to this side with reference to this line, then we can use this tool. For example, let's activate this mirror entities tool, and then the first option it is asking me to entities to mirror. So I have to select all the entities that I want to mirror. Then the mirror line. So this is my mirror line definitely, so I will select that. And here you can see the preview. Like it is not actually created, but you can see the preview at this moment. And if I'll press OK, here you can see the mirror of this object just got created onto the other side, using this line, this vertical line as a mirror line. So it's pretty simple, right? So by using this tool, you can create mirror of objects with reference to any mirror line, right? Then we got this pattern tools. So all the type pattern tools are two different types, linear and circular pattern. But in advanced CAD drawing and designs, there are few more kind of patterns are available, like path pattern, curve driven pattern, and the patterns like that. But here inside AutoCAD, inside SolidWorks drawing environment, you will be getting only these two options: linear sketch pattern and circular sketch pattern. So right now we have linear sketch pattern active by default. Here you can see. So linear sketch pattern is nothing like, let's say if you want to pattern this triangle by multiple number of times in vertical and horizontal direction, so I will activate this tool. Then first we'll pattern along x-axis. So I will just define this one as 3. And first I will click on this entities to pattern, like what objects you want to pattern. So I will activate this one, then I will select all my entities that I want to pattern. Here you can see. So what I did, I had selected all the three lines, I mean the complete rectangle, and then under the distance, let's say write 50. Here you can see. So or maybe 150. Here you can see. So here you can see what I am doing towards x direction. I am patterning this triangle by 3 number of times. Here you can see 3. If I'll change this to 4, here you can see 4 number of times, or 5, I can do that 5 number of times towards x axis, right? So I'm patterning these three objects toward x axis, and the distance between each of them is 150 millimeter, right? Now if I also want to pattern the same thing towards y axis also, I can do that. So just change the number over here to 3. Here you can see, and you also have to change the distance from 50. And right now it is patterning towards top direction, right, towards y direction. But if you want to invert the direction, let's say towards bottom, so I just had to click on this option over here, and it will invert the direction towards bottom. So until now it is just a preview, it is not actually created, it is just a preview. And if I will press OK, then it got created. So what I did, I had patterned this triangle by 5 number of times towards x direction, and 3 number of times towards minus y direction. So all the time if you want to change this number, just double click on it, and let's say I want to pattern by 6 number of times, so I will press 6. Here you can see, and will press OK, and you can see number just got updated. I will just double click on this number, let's say 4. I will press enter, and here you can see the number just got updated 4 number of times. So all the time, if you have the freedom to update your operations that you had performed onto your entities, right? So that's why digital CAD modeling is very important, because it's completely different from your paper drawing. Because on paper drawing, if you had did something, if you made a mistake, you can erase it. And if it's a if you had find it, if you found those mistakes after doing lots of stuff, it's not possible to go back, you cannot erase it even, right? But in digital CAD you had all that freedom. You can change the stuff, you can try out the different variations at different stages. You are not limited with the technology. That's the benefit of using CAD. And selecting the right CAD tool is also very important. Selecting the tool that will help you get employable into the industry, that will help you, that will give you the freedom to create, to explore your designs and drawings. So that is very important. So I always recommend just select the right tool for your career, to your for your learning to go ahead. Here you can see. Anyway, so let's move on to the learning now. As you can see, this is how you can use this linear sketch pattern tool. Now let's move on to the circular pattern tool. So as the name itself explain, it's like patterning something around a circular path, right, on 360-degree angle, we can say. So so the moment I had activated this tool, you can see now we are getting the parameters, right? So the first thing what I will do, I will select the entities that I want to pattern, right? So let's say I want to pattern this polygon. So I will select all the sides of my polygon that I want to pattern. Here you can see. So I had selected all the sides of my polygon. Then I also had to define the point along which you want to pattern. So right now by default some point is selected, so I will just select it and will press delete to remove it. And I want to use this point as my circular pattern point, so I will select that. Now you can see now my hexagon is getting patterned by 4 number of times, right? And this blue that circle that you can see over here is this is just a path. So the moment I press finish, this path will not be visible, right? This path will not be getting created, so don't worry about that. So right now you can see it is 4 number of times, and from where it is coming? Here. Right now here you can see it's 4. Let's change this to 12. Here you can see now 12 number of hexagons are getting circular pattern around this point that I had defined over here, point number 48, this point. So this way you can create circular pattern. You can use circular pattern tool. And now the moment I will press finish, you can see that line, that reference path was not getting created. Only the entities that we had selected at the bottom was getting patterned over here. And again, you have the freedom to change these numbers. Like, let's say I want to create only 10, so I can change that number, and it will take few seconds and the numbers just got updated, and they are all equally distributed along 360-degree angle, 360-degree path of my circular pattern. So this way you can use this tool, circular pattern tool, right? And then after that, the next tool is this move entities, copy entity, rotate, scale, stretch. So these tools, I hope if you are coming from AutoCAD background or from any 2D background tool, then definitely you are aware of all these terms. For example, let's say if you want to move something, so just select it. So let's say I want to move this complete stuff. So I will select it like this. Here you can say I selected it like this, and I can activate my move entities tool, and then I can just start moving them by defining start point and end point, right, around my space. So by using this move entities tool, you can move your objects around the space. So this is very easy, guys. This is very easy, moving your objects around the space. Simply activate the tool and you can use it. Now the next tool, that is the copy entities. Again, it's similar thing. Like if you select the objects, then if you'll activate this copy entities tool, and then you have to first specify the start point of copy and then the end point, and the copy of the same thing just got created over here. Here you can see that. So it was very simple. You can create copies as well. You can move your objects as well. Now if you'll expand these options for here again, the next tool is the rotate entities. So you can rotate this complete stuff at a particular angle, right? So again, it's very easy. Then the scale entities, you can scale the complete setup by maybe half the amount or double the amount. So all these options are available over here. And then we can stretch entities. So you had to try all these options. I'm not going to explain because these are just basic things. And the thing is, like, if I will explain each and every point to you, then uh, you will just leave your curiosity. You will just forget your curiosity. So it's always important, like whenever you are learning some tool, uh, uh, a instructor like us, our work is always just to give you a curiosity. Like, these are the tools, guys, that are important, that you should explore. And you as a learner, you should always keep exploring. You have to learn how to use this tool effectively, right? That is the thing. So I had just given you the path. I had started, I explained few of the basic tools. Now the other tools that will only take time, or that will only waste time of you, I'm not going to do that. So that's why I'm asking you to do stuff by yourself and explore these tools, the other tools that I had not explained over here, and let me know if then. So if you are having any problem, then just let me know in the comment below that these are the problems I am facing while using the tool. You can comment below in the video. You can join our communities, WhatsApp groups. You can ask a question over there, and there are so many people who are always available to answer your questions. And there are more than 100,000. Uh, there are around thousands of people are related to CAD design and industry had already joined these groups, and they are just helping each other. They are helping each other, and we are also guiding them, like how we can learn the tools effectively, how we can utilize those skills and get ahead into our career. So that is what we are doing at this moment. And again, if you want to support us, just like this video, just press a like, just subscribe to our channel, and also share with your friends, because that is also very important. That way you can help us, way you can encourage us. So I think this was all about the today's video, uh, and then we had few other tools that we'll be exploring later when we'll dive deep into the 3D. And those tools are also very important, but just by using 2D sketches it's not possible to explain those concepts. And once we'll start exploring the 3D part, one by one, whenever we'll face problems, I will try to explain those tools while doing some practical stuffs. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for coming and watching this complete live stream. And I am hoping that all of you are having a very good time and learning something new each day, every day, into the industry. And I'm expecting from all of you that you'll be going very higher, very at a very good position into your career. So good luck, guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next live stream. Just keep subscribing our channel. Thank you.